Hello, it is the Trap Witch here. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Trap Witch on Instagram, TheTrapWitch. I am a spiritual advisor, coach, empowerment coach, motivational, mainly a spiritual healer. Today I'm going to give a new moon in Capricorn reading for January 2018. And if I do say so myself, this week's energy has been really fucking crazy. A lot of negative energy in the mix. I think it's, you know, the whole GOAT, G-O-A-T. Everybody's trying to be the greatest of all time this week. There's a lot of goat-like behavior, kind of like reminds me of what the Three Billy Goat Gruff kind of, you know, behavior. Anyway, a lot of trolls under the bridge. A lot of that activity. If anybody else has been getting trolled hardcore this week, a lot of trolls under the bridge this week. People just coming up and trying to get in the way of your path. And maybe, you know, that's the thing. It's how badly do you want to cross the bridge? I haven't heard of this story in such a long time, but it immediately came to my mind with the trying times this week. If you're not familiar with the Three Billy Goat Gruff, I believe it was called, it was a... This is getting a little out of hand over here. Hold on, hold up. Not trying to burn my shit down. Three Billy Goats Gruff was a story of three goats that were trying to cross the bridge and there was a troll underneath. And so therefore I feel like that's been the tone where it's like, hey man, we're just all trying to get across the bridge and there's these obstacles and these things trying to get in the way of us being great, of being the greatest versions of ourselves of all time. Saturn going into Capricorn has been something serious. I just finished my Saturn return and my birthday's in February. And this, I guess, is just to be expected to round it off. It's like, hey, you thought you were done? Nope, not really. So with that being said, I do like to give new moon and full moon readings and to encourage people to capitalize on the energy. And usually I'll you know, call in spirit and ask what they want to talk about and give advice about for the moon energy. And so with the new moon in Capricorn, we're going to pull 5 tarot cards and 1 angel card. I'm pulling from the New Orleans Voodoo deck by Sally Ann Glassman, and then I'll pull an angel card from the Doreen Virtue Archangel deck. And so let's see what they have to say. My readings are a matter of fucking fact. It's not about what you necessarily would mystically want to know. It's like what you need for your real life application. So let's go ahead, call in spirit, and see what they're talking about for this new moon in Capricorn for y'all, okay? Shall we? Spirit, we call you in on behalf of the collective. We ask for the highest good of all those involved with harm to none. We ask for clarity. We ask for clear perception. We ask the Legua, Eshu, Legba to open the roads to precise messages. We ask at this time, what is it the collective needs to know subconsciously, below the surface, beyond the veil? We ask what may facilitate in their growth, help them further their ascension, overcome obstacles, and to be of the highest good to themselves. What advice, clarity, insight, forewarning do you have for them to capitalize on this energy and to make the most of it? We ask that what is it that they should know for the new moon in Capricorn this January 2018? What is it that they need to keep in mind? I call in the assistance of my Egun and my ancestors, my spirit guides that are of benevolence and of the highest good. And I give veneration to them as they venerate me to deliver these messages and to be an oracle to the collective. What is it that they need to know for the new moon in Capricorn? Okay, let's stop right there. Cut this shit. What y'all need to know? What they talking about? Huh, 1. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's put these over here. Seems like we want to bring a lot of stuff to fruition, but there might be blockages. Just like, you know, crossing the bridge. Let's get into these cards. Shall we? Yamaya. Yemaya is the Orisha, the mother of all. She's the sea goddess. She rules the moon. Very nurturing. A lot about fruition. She is one of the energies that in Santeria Ifa this year is ruling and governing the year. A lot of people are going to bring things to fruition for themselves this year. 2017 was a very rough year for a lot of people, but it was also a very triumphant year. Last year, I feel like a lot of people were starting to conceive things for themselves. And now it's like they've conceived, conception has occurred, and now we're going through the uncomfortable changes of adjusting so that we can grow to give birth. But why does Yemaya come up reverse? Yemaya comes up reverse right next to this Ziatoli card, which is the Destiny, the Star card in this deck. The Destiny or the Star card in this deck shows a baby that is within an egg and it's sucking its thumb and it's floating in space, and it talks about, you know, developing to come into your destiny. The star is in sight. A lot of people, I feel like, are not bringing or not taking into consideration really what they need to give birth to, because they're not really focusing on what needs developing before you can come out the womb. You can't come out premature. You have to make sure that everything is in alignment for you, right? You got to make sure that you got your, you know, when a baby's developing, you know, the bones, the skin, the hair, the teeth. Oh, babies aren't born with teeth. My bad. Babies aren't born with teeth. Their vision, all of these things. Anyway, you know, babies are born and then they develop as they come outside the womb as well. It's almost like, you know, they develop all the physical attributes, and then as they come in, the cognitive functions and the awareness and everything grows. Right now, there's a lot of people struggling to even get past the developmental stages. But the thing is, there's a new beginning coming because the Fool card comes up. The Fool card comes up, which is the World Egg card in this, which shows the snake, which is very representational of Kundalini energy, coming into your power and hatching an egg to give birth to what you want in the world. 3 cards that have to do with birth, right? Says you have a new beginning. But why aren't people really doing what they need to come into this new beginning? Because they're not healing themselves. The Santero card comes up, right? Reverse. A Santero is a high priest in the religion of Santeria. He's someone who has been initiated to be empowered to heal himself as well as heal others. Why aren't people empowering themselves? This card, this reading to me is kind of bland, so forgive me, I'm asking if it's something more will come through. But the last card is Rattle a Place, that shows a man who's at the crossroads with a machete down, and he's very firm of what he wants, but there's a lot of things spinning out of control. The devil is in the details, right? The devil is in the details. And from what I'm gathering, right, the devil's in the details because also here, the devil is in the development. The devil is in the fact that you're not developing properly to empower yourself in order to give birth to the things that you want to bring to fruition. You have all the opportunity right now to have this new beginning. But what aren't you focusing on developing? Is it the things that you need to heal past? Is it the things that constantly keep you distracted and keep you going off course? Again, 3 Billy Goat Gruff stuck in my head. I don't remember the whole story, but from what I understand, they outsmarted the troll in the end, right? And so the thing is, if you think about the things that are dangerous and toxic and distracting in life, we have to outsmart them. And we do that by empowering ourselves and healing ourselves. A lot of times we fall victim to things that keep us off path from pursuing getting from A to B because we get distracted. Why do we get distracted? Because we don't know ourselves enough to stay focused, to say, you know what, I know myself, I know what I'm about, I'm not going to be distracted, I'm not going to be disempowered, I'm not going to fuck with anything that is not a part of my development and my growth at this time and bringing to fruition my goals. A lot of people make excuses that things stop them and things, you know, my plans didn't go as whatever. Right now is a time to definitely develop your skill set in a way that the troll under the bridge doesn't get to you. How are you going to outsmart it? How are you going to get past and cross to this new beginning for you? God, I hope this is making sense for y'all. Because at this point, the two front cards just make me feel like if you don't stay focused on the devil and the details and empowering yourself, you're going to miscarry. You're going to miscarry your goals, and you're going to miss out on this new beginning to really give birth to the things that you want to hatch. And you don't want to do that. How many times have you miscarried already? Because of your own distractions or your own bumps in the road that, you know, that you allow to detour you, to allow you to be distracted, to allow you to be disempowered. This is real bland, y'all, and straight to the point, I feel like. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it because I think it just is what it is. We're gonna pull the angel card. Patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, so they need nurturing and patience. There's a lot to do with nurturing your soul and cultivating yourself and developing yourself. A garden takes patience. There's a lot to do with growing, right? When you plant a seed, you can't just leave it there. You know, oftentimes if you're a plant, you have to take care of a plant. And right now I feel like you have to take care of your plants. You have to water them, nurture them, take care of yourself. There's a lot of things to do with blooming, flourishing, becoming efflorescent, all of these things. But in order to have a garden, you have to know how to garden, right? And how are you going to take care of this garden? Water it, give it light, give it love, give it all the nutrients that it needs. Because right now I feel like people are not giving themselves the nutrients they need by healing themselves, by giving them, you know, see the Santero, he has herbs, healing, right? And if you think about plants, plants are the basis of a lot of solutions in medicine. We eat plants. Plants, life, sustainability, oxygen, food, atmosphere, beauty, all of these things. We can enjoy these things, right? But what happens when we fuck with the nature of something, right? Because I'm thinking now, when you fuck with Mother Nature, she fucks you back. Look at how we are destroying the planet, right? We're destroying the planet, and then she's getting angry. And she fights. The thing is, you know, there's no stopping her. We add fuel to her fire. And then therefore, she doesn't replenish us. She fucking just destroys us. And this earth can survive without us on it. But we can't survive with the things on this earth. So a lot of people, I feel like, are destroying their own nature by not healing, right? Because if your nature is good, then it can be plentiful for you. And that's the thing. Why aren't you nurturing and taking care of yourself? Because to give life, you must take care of your life. And so therefore, Yamaya, the mother of all, and the baby in the egg, right? to bring forth this life and to come into your destiny, to bring your goals to fruition, you have to value your life. And you have to value that so that you can bring forth more life for yourself and life for others. Right? So how? By staying empowered, healing, and not distracted. Patience. Taking your time and really putting in the work to cultivate and bring forth the things that you need and others need for this world to be sustained and for everything to have a cycle, the life cycle to continue. Yeah? Yeah. 15 minutes ain't bad. That's good. Good. Not too terribly long, straight to the point. Sweet. Yeah? If you'd like to book a one-on-one session with me or see more of what I'm about, visit www.thetrapwitch.com, email me at thetrapwitch@gmail.com, or visit my Instagram, thetrapwitch. I hope this message sits well with you. Yeah, love and light and happy new moon in Capricorn. That's the thing, greatest of all time. If you're going to be the greatest version of yourself of all time right now, at this point in your life of how far you've come, it's going to take nurturing and taking care of yourself on a whole nother level and being patient with yourself, because healing is not easy. Healing takes time, right? I cut myself recently and it was a huge gash. And the thing was, it's that although the skin is healing, it's going to scar, but the skin is healing itself. It's taking time. And this happened the beginning of November, and I still touch it and it's still tender. But I have to take care of it. I have to nurture it, and I have to allow it to heal itself back. But if I wasn't taking care of myself or taking care of it, it's going to not heal, and then therefore it's going to interfere with the way I function, right? Because if you don't take care of these wounds and they continue to stay open, they cause infection, and then therefore you can't move on with the life. It's uncomfortable. So, yeah, I hope this reading sits well with you. Love and light, peace, prosperity, all that good shit. And yeah, get at me. Love y'all.